San Antonio is an 0-3 start with Jim Peterson, Tom Hanneman back courtside at Target Center. Tonight's starting lineups brought to you by your Northland Ford dealers. In the front court for San Antonio, Bowen, Bonner, and Duncan. And the guard positions, it's Finley and Parker. Starting lineup for the Timberwolves tonight, Brewer, Jefferson, and Gomes. And in the backcourt, Mike Miller and Randy Foye. Mike Miller missing everything there. So there are some reasons, I think, that the Spurs have started the way they have. Tony Parker has been sensational along with Duncan. Both averaged top 10 in the NBA last season at 42% from three. He had hit just one of his first 8. And Tony Parker, with a team like this, it gets those competitive juices flowing. Tony Parker isolated on the wing. Corey Brewer's there, but not in time.
Francisco Elson's gone. Brett Berry's gone. Robert Ory's gone. Parker again.
Sneaky underneath as he slips it through. 90 seconds remaining in this opening quarter. Alberto back to Parker. Left alone from the perimeter, and Tony Parker's got a 3. And that's been Duncan, the best power forward of all time. Certainly in the conversation.
Kevin McHale.
Parker already with 13, adding to the total there. 6 of 10 from the field. At short code 74499. Popovich on his feet at the other end. He does not look like a happy guy.
Great
Parker.
defense by Telfair.
Kick back to Tony. And Tony is left alone for a moment, and he cans another triple, catching his breath on the Wolves bench.
You see Allen Iverson is going to be a free agent at the
closing in on 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Tony Parker steps into that shot. It's a 2, and Parker continues to fill it up. 22 points.
The clock was winding down.
Parker held off that time by Telfair. Bassi in his face. Count the basket. Corey Brewer went in defensively to reject it. And it's a goaltending call. Wow. Duncan. Boy, that's looks so simple. As Timmy Duncan finds Tony Parker.
Hit. Watch Corey Brewer on this one. When Duncan comes around, Corey catches that shoulder. You cannot square up those shoulders, Tom. You've got to skinny up when you get around that screen. Tony
back to Parker. Tim Duncan there to set a pick and eventually get the ball in his hands and hit. Timmy Duncan, as the Spurs run that one to perfection.
So that's really helped out. Good job by Corey Brewer. Getting that offensive rebound, giving Minnesota another chance.
Parker defers to Duncan thanks to the defense, but Timmy Duncan not to be stopped.
Solid, hasn't he?
Parker again. So smooth, so easy. Mason loads it up and fills it up. Smith misfires, still tied at 68. Spurs have come to life here in the third. Tony Parker sticks it again. Tony Parker does a great job dribbling and getting by Sebastian Telfair, and then he drills the shot.
Minnesota on roller skates right now. Sebastian's trying to stay in front of him. He's doing a good job running the screen and roll situation. Bassi runs into that screen. Craig's too far away. 5 for Udoka, efficient 8 points. Something they have not gotten this season.
Two-man game, Duncan and Parker. Count the basket. Mike Miller rising up to block it. Got his hand through the cylinder. Season against the Timberwolves, including a season-high 44-point. Defense the call with 6 minutes left, and the Wolves within a point. Parker. Tony Parker scoring at will tonight. We're tied at 90.
Man,
Parker.
Tony Parker.
40 points tonight. He has been simply unstoppable.
Duncan with 4 personal fouls forces Alberto to guard out. He's making a pay.
Parker hits. Best scoring night of Tony Parker's career. 42 points. A career high for the 26-year-old from France.
Body him up with block the shot. Tony Parker, Sebastian Dimper goes under the screen again. They've been daring Tony Parker to shoot that jumper, and he has made Minnesota pay time and time and time again. The problem is, if you go over the screen and get caught up, now your defense is in trouble. You got pick and roll game. If you try to trap Tony Parker, which that's another option. I mean, obviously trapping him is another option, but then you're given him ability to stretch your defense and get pick and roll again. But he's had so many different ways to beat you. The way he's getting into the painted area, off of jump shots, three-point shots, he's been tremendous. It's been a great night for Tony Parker. It's been fun to watch. A true professional.
Tony Parker is our Dodge player of the game. You see his numbers. Remarkable. Gets it to Tony Parker. Parker for three at the buzzer. It was that close. Well, the last time the Timberwolves beat Greg Popovich and the Spurs, they needed overtime to do so. Same situation tonight. Like he was limping, is not. Parker spinning in the paint, throws it in. And Corey Brewer looks. Oh, it comes down to this again. Udoka gets it to Tony Parker. Parker rises up and hits the shot. Tony Parker at the buzzer. 46 points tonight, and Parker forces a second overtime. Well, they're going to review it, and will review it, as the officials do. Definitely got it off well in time, and it's good.
Part of the problem is that, you know, when Tony Parker comes around that screen, Corey Brewer kind of overruns the play a little bit, which gave Parker the space to be able to catch it and turn around and shoot. He's something to keep in mind. But let's see the Tony Parker pack here, because 19 of 31, squeezing the trigger 31 times for Tony Parker. And boy, has he been efficient. Their offense was amazing in the second half, how they were scoring possession after possession. You know, I don't think any of these highlights, any one of them is the same. I mean, he's got 19 field goal makes, and they're all different in the way he does it, whether it's going to the basket, whether it's stopping behind the pick and shooting it, backing up, taking Corey Brewer on a spin dribble to the hole layup. I mean, it just, the
Parker up the middle, floats it home. Tony Parker heading towards 50 tonight. He was deep on the block. Parker. Unstoppable. Tony Parker, 50 points tonight. San Antonio played last night in Dallas, but they have showed no signs of wearing down. Tony Parker again. Off the glass and in. Tony Parker has produced a remarkable night. 52 points on 22 of 35 accuracy. Melrose, Minnesota is the youngest player to ever play for the Spurs when he joined them. And he's just gotten better and better and better. 26 years of age in his 8th NBA season.
I just think that at some point you got to get the ball out of Tony Parker's hands. I mean, he's proven to you now, I think after 22 field goals makes, that he's pretty much got a hot hand tonight. And, you know, to make someone else beat you. Now, Roger Mason has been shooting lights out. He's 9 of 16. And Tim Duncan is 11 of 25. But, man, I mean, 52 points. I mean, this is just an amazing.
Many of them still on their feet. Others sitting down just through exhaustion. Watching a game that has been compelling from the very beginning. Make it 54.
Boy, he hasn't played at all for a long, long time.
And the Spurs will try to run it out. Tony Parker, 55 points tonight, shattering the opponent individual record against the Timberwolves all-time set by Shaquille O'Neal back in '94. Stay with us. Our coverage continues with Quest Wolves Live. For a preview, here's Anthony LaPanta.